Hi, good evening.
Hi everyone.
Hi. Just let me see first, okay, whether we are. Oh, it's live. It's live here. Okay, we just check. Okay, yeah, there we go again. We have to check again to see if the sound is okay. Okay, and if the audio is good, if the video is good, if there's anyone there, okay, looking at us now, right? If you're tuning in, please do say hi so that we know that, okay, you can hear us, okay, you can see us. That's very important. And I know we keep on doing this. It's like every time we go on live, lah, okay. And just now, Gong Yu was just bringing up, okay, a point that someone commented that it's like, what was it exactly? As in, like, is it like it's fine all the way or
Usually,
Yeah.
that it's usually fine when we go live and we're smooth and audio is clear and all that.
Okay, and then we don't have to waste about like 10 minutes checking everything is okay. Actually, right, okay, the truth is I was just telling him, it's like it's not that I want to waste 10 minutes checking everything, right? It's also actually for me to warm up. Hi,
But
Chu.
we've had incidences where we've had issues audio usually.
Yeah, audio issues,
Yeah,
and
audio
most of the
usually.
time it's technical issues because our technical support forgotten to
Switch
like
on the sound.
connect the mic. Remember there was one incident, she didn't even plug in the mic, that's why no sound. Right? So hi Chang Feng, okay, Teh Hockey, hello, Jocelyn Cheung, okay, hi, Lian Lim, hi Lian, okay, sound loud and clear. Thank you so much, Chang Feng. Alright, hi Shuk Yi, okay, yeah, okay,
Hi,
Chang
guys.
Feng, Shuk Yi, as in like, wow,
Yep.
Chang Feng. I know today it was like a very, very long queue, right? I got tipped off, okay, because recently, I mean, Shuk-Yi and of course my kids, okay, we found that, okay, Nicole's passport, in a way, expiring in October, and you know that we need to travel, and then because like she can't travel, so we have to by hook or by crook have to get her passport done, right? Okay, and I was a bit like surprised when they say that there's no walk-in entertain, but luckily, all right, actually when we call in, they say yeah, they do not encourage walk-in, but they do still accept, okay, both, I think if I'm not mistaken, the Jalan Duta one and also the Putrajaya one as well. So they went to Putrajaya one, and my gosh, okay, luckily they are early because we asked them to just go and camp there by 6 a.m. So they reach about like 6:10 or 6:15, right? The queue was crazy, right? So if you're thinking about renewing your passport, right, okay, Romex and all, please do check whether your passport are all like,
Yeah.
like all valid or not, yeah. Okay, because you guys need to go to Egypt, you better check, and the queue are seriously crazy. Hi Ice, okay, yeah, excuse Gong Yu, right, because he'll be busy. See, he hear the word ice already, quickly look up.
Long time no see. Too long time no see.
Yeah,
Actually.
okay, it's like
Yeah.
online, not all the time, okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Melvi Gadas, okay, Shuni Ong, all right, hello, thanks for tuning in. Now, tonight's session itself is like relaxing. You can shoot us with your Q&A, okay. It can be also a Q&A sessions. Now, the title, okay, everything, everywhere, all at once. Have you heard about this title before? Just in case, just to check, okay, whether have you actually heard about this title before? Does this sound familiar to you? Or probably some of you will be like, what the heck is this? It's like, because I purposely do not give any like description to the title, and my team was saying like, later they will be wondering what session is it going to be like tonight. Yeah, that's the purpose, okay, because tonight's session, I find that it is so like apt or so gelled up, okay, with the title, right? It's exactly everything everywhere all at once, okay. So you can ask questions, okay, you can also share your thoughts, right? Hi Seichin, I saw your post. I just was looking through because nowadays it's like I hardly really go through Facebook. Either I post it there, okay, and I like check comments on my Facebook. Other than that, it's like really like I hardly go through every single sharings, right? But I saw Seichin, your balcony. And I saw that how you're enjoying your cup of coffee at your balcony. Okay, hi Teresa Go. It's very, very nice to see all of you every Wednesday night. And you know that now I'm obviously buying time while Kong Yu is busy helping me to share this session out, okay, on different platforms. So if you can, all right, Amy Wong, Michelle Yo, yes, okay,
Michelle
you're
Yeoh.
right,
Yeah.
right, okay.
Yep.
So it's like if you can help me to share this session out as well, okay, it will be really, really like much appreciated. Of course, tonight's session itself with the title, yes, she's the Tan Sri, right?
She's Tan Sri, yes.
All right,
Tan Sri
okay.
Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
Tan Sri Dato Michelle Yeoh. Do they carry the name still?
No, I guess so. I know she was a Datuk before a Tan Sri title.
Yeah, so she is a Tan Sri Datuk Michelle Yeoh, and of course this title is actually in a way inspired and based on her recent movie, which is, I mean, I enjoyed it, right? Of course, obviously my son do not. Right, but I've obviously enjoyed it because it has a very, very deep meaning behind all the jokes and all the fun and all these things, especially in the things that we are doing.
Correct. Right. And actually, I mean, to me, it's one of the best movies in a while, in quite a long time. I mean, definitely in terms of its creativity and it's multi-genre. It's a comedy, it's action, it is science fiction, sci-fi.
Yeah, it's everything.
It's
everything
everywhere.
All at once. Hi, Polaria. Okay, I think we have to get to the title.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Amy Wong said very good show. I mean, I personally enjoyed it, especially the depth of it. I mean, whatever that is portrayed out, even though it's like a lot of like comedic sort of like approach to it as well, but there is still, of course, a very high or a connection with the things that we do in terms of this metaphysical world, in terms of this, like, in a way, of course, like, the Chinese Metaphysics, astrology, when we talk about the portals, the portals here. And upcoming, you have Doctor Strange, right? Okay, strangely, it is also all about the portal, right? But today's session itself, yes, we can talk about everything. Right, hi Tan Yok Wei. Right, you can ask us questions about feng shui, party, period 9, But tonight's sessions, I am taking this particular session to explain to you all our upcoming, I would say workshops. It's not even all right? It is only up to May, all right? All our upcoming workshops, because there are a lot of questions that my team post up to me. People email in, people private message in, people comment, on our social media platform to ask about different workshop. What does it mean? What's the difference between this workshop and the other workshop? Which one should I go? If I've attended this, should I go for this as well? So I thought, tonight's session, dedicate it to everything that we have so far up to May, because I have quite a number of like classes coming up as well, and all master classes towards like June, July, and towards the end of the year. Let's focus on April and May first, and many of you have signed up. I think by now over 200 of you have signed up for the period 9, the wealth hacking secret workshop. So we're going to talk about that. Now it's all about explanation. So if you have any inquiries, any questions relating like these workshops, or anything relating to even like, what is period 9 wealth hacking, is like, or what is period 9 feng shui related. So when you have this workshop, if I attend this workshop, what am I going to get out of it? So if you have those questions that you want to clarify, just out of curiosity, or you already signed up for the workshop and you want to know more and what you need to prepare for it, this will be the session for you. Therefore, the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once. So hi Jun Vega, SC Pang, Lei Yu Chor, hi, nice to see you here as well. Ethan, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Ethan. Hi, Owls Gems. All right. So yeah. All right. So there is.
There's one more question here.
Yeah, there's a question here. Alex Wong, Jessie, a 10-feet python, entered my house from the southeast. Good or bad? Now, overall, good or bad? Anything that is like, in a way, rare, right? Example is like, you don't see a python entering into a house, every day, except it's like your neighborhood are common to it. Probably you're living in a farm, right, where you know that it's a very, very common thing to have pythons in a way roaming around, your neighborhood or in your house itself. That is not considered. But if you're living in like, in a way, any communities, neighborhood, there are, in a way, sighting of a python is rare, then yes, it does mean something. It is like, it actually is a sign. And every sign itself, there's good and bad. Firstly of all, you have to see it, whether the python comes in a harmful way. Because you see, sometimes we can see, I have monkeys came into my house, like I think a few months ago, Of course, squirrels, or not, they're not really squirrels, they are tree shrews, is it, they call it? I mean, becomes like, they're self-invited pets. They come and like feed on my cat's food and all these things. So it becomes a very normal thing. But the whole big, huge monkey came into my kitchen. It's not common. I'm living in a condo.
And we also had an eagle.
Oh yeah.
One time,
Okay,
yeah.
the sighting of a small little
Small
like
eagle.
eagle. Okay, yeah, that's not something which is like very common as well. So when you have this sighting itself, yes, it does brings a message with it. So first of all, you have to see whether the snake or the python comes in. Okay, as in like, does it brings any harm? Is it aggressive? Okay, right? Is it like, having that attacking thing, or is just really like peacefully passing through, roaming around? It can be lost, or is somehow that it enters, okay, all right, into your house without aggressiveness. Okay, if that's the case, okay, it can be a good omen, it can be a good sign. All right, but of course, Alex, if you ask me, right, anyone from like my mom's generation onwards, they will first take out their Magnum Toto dictionary, and they'll say, oh, python, if I'm not mistaken, is 606. Okay, so you really have to see probably how many people, okay, right, at that sighting of the python, because definitely 606 will be the next thing that they will try to actually strike lah. Okay, as part of the 4 numbers, so they have to actually put in one additional digit lah. Okay, overall. Okay, so overall, if you ask me, sighting of a python itself, it can be a good omen, okay, because that's exactly what we're going to talk about, in fact, in this period 9 wealth hacking secret workshop, where we diagnose the lawsuit. Okay, because looking at the lawsuit itself, you know that there's this star called the surging snake actually existing at the center of the lawsuit chart itself. Okay, so the snake itself can come, okay, as an omen in a way to give us, it can be a protective measure, okay, because there are always two extreme of it. But let's say if it's aggressive, it is like coming in as in like, in a way, like a very harmful way. Okay, it is attacking probably your pets, okay, or it's trying to attack people in the family members, then it can actually comes as a warning sign. Okay, as a warning sign, because like snakes, not so much on python though, but overall snakes itself comes with venom, but python doesn't really comes with venom, right? Okay, so normally it comes with a sign of like I would say sabotages, a lot of backstabbings, a lot of pettiness that's going on. Okay, a lot of poisons and toxics that is like in a way going around. Okay, life of the people in that particular household. All right. Okay, so yeah, but 10 feet typhoon is like, it's huge. Okay, so overall, especially from the southeast, that's the sun. Okay, that's the swift or the wind direction. All right, so it can, in a way, especially if it's not harmful, it's not aggressive, it can also means that it expedite things.
Yeah.
Okay, means something in the households itself, the energy got expedite. Okay, it becomes swift, it becomes fast. Okay, so yeah, that could be one of the message that you can actually get hold of it as well.
So
okay?
overall, generally auspicious.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
at the same time also, like Jessie was saying, the period 9 workshop, so that's going to talk a little bit about some myth, but they are actually factual.
Yeah.
Right? And it's quite amazing, right? Lots of really,
Yeah.
really amazing downloads.
I'm very, very looking forward to
Yes.
that, this, which is happening this weekend. And I know many of you have signed up, all right? So be prepared for it. Okay, all right? It will be deeper. The workshop itself will be there. Might as well I just bring out the slides.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
we talk about, of course, the nearest upcoming workshop will be the period 9, rebuilding your self-worth and wealth hacking secrets. Okay,
is happening
period 9 happening 23rd and 24th
this weekend,
itself. Okay, I know many of you. Why are you so fast, one? It's okay, leave it. See, that's what happened when you have Nicole supporting you at the back. Okay, all right. So this particular workshop itself, right? The first day we'll talk about Bazi. Okay, and this is a way that we talk about Bazi from anger that I have never talked about before. Okay, so for those of you, I have no idea exactly how many. I know it's like over 200 of you who have already signed up for this workshop, right? You have to, in a way, get yourself prepared with your Bazi chart. Not only that, okay, with loads of paper and pen, right? Because you need to, in a way, decode your Bazi chart like I have never shared it before in any other workshops, even in my masterclass. Alright, so basically that's the things that you will be expecting.
Right.
That's on the first day, everything
Yes.
about Bazi, everything about the cycle, everything about how to, in a way, maximize the potential using our Bazi in this period 9, okay, which starting this year. Alright, officially by the paper it is 2024, but you see, by the paper it has been crafted since like, like eon years ago, okay, but you know that the planetary alignments and all that, they are shift to it, okay, it won't fall exactly at those dates, right? So therefore, period 9 to me, right, or what my understanding is, officially already enters this year. Okay, so this workshop itself is going to actually use our Bazi and see, okay, what is period 9, why is it so special, how is it relating, okay, to our cosmos, which is very important because all studies of astrology or even metaphysics is relating to physics, okay, it's relating to science. So we need to understand that as well. It's not about hocus pocus and superstitious. So once we understand how it works, we are going to look into our parta and see what are the things that we can work on in order for us to maximize our potential starting from this year onwards in the years to come, because this is a set of our do's and don'ts, okay. So that will be on the first day, and of course on the second day itself, okay, where you need to learn, okay, and understand about feng shui. Like the feng shui part is where I'm going to talk about, okay, as in like in period 9, what are the needs, okay, of a so-called prime positioning. So let's say wherever that we are staying now, we need to keep track, okay, of our home, all right? So whether it does it fall into a prime positioning, okay, if it does, what are the criteria, all right? If it doesn't, it's still okay. Remember, not everyone needs to move, right? But the thing is, okay, how to maximize the energy internally by doing activations so that it can connect with the external. You see, everything goes out of alignment when we are not in connection. And we know that in the cosmos, things are changing, things are shifting, new things are coming up, new energy are emerging. All right, so if we know that, we need to prepare ourselves internally as well. That's why if you go into all studies of metaphysics or even including Chinese medicine, if you in a way look into the Wang Tai Noi King, Wang Tai Noi King is the Yellow Emperor whatever classics are, okay?
Yeah.
Noi King is like internal classics, okay? Right, so if you look into this, right, okay, it talks about everything in Chinese, okay? We look into seasonal food as well, because we have certain food, okay, certain food or herbs, okay, which is good or best for spring. In summer it changes, in autumn it changes, and in winter it changes. Why? Because external environment change, the pressure, the temperature, okay, everything on the external, when it changes, we need to tiu. Tiu means, right, okay, make sure that we align our internal body to match with the external as well, okay. And that is exactly the concept when it comes to feng shui. Feng shui, because we know that external cosmos is changing, the energy, new energy is taking place. So how do we align our internal home, okay, so that we can in a way blend in together with the energy of the external. Once it is aligned and is balanced, that's how we can maximize the best potential out of it. Okay, so on the day 2 itself, it will be relating that. Now, question. Judy Chong has a question. Jessie, I noticed that when I step on my lawn, spiders will run out and sometimes cat poop on my lawn. Okay, Judy Chong, I think cat poop is actually very, very common.
Very normal.
if you are staying in a neighborhood where there are a lot of like, you know, strays or cats, even though they're not really 100% strays, but nowadays you see even in my condos, right, they are like, you know, good people, kind-hearted people, and also I'm very, very thankful to the management as well. So far as in like they do allow this. I mean, as long as it's not extensively, hopefully, right, okay, because I can also understand like some people just couldn't stand, okay, like cats, okay, and I understand that. But somehow you see in the condos, you can see in the car park or somehow in the lobby, there are people actually feeding water and cat food, okay, there are few cats which is like roaming around. They do not belong, okay, to any household, but they are our community cat. Okay, so if that's the case, there could be a possibilities, especially if you are in a landed property, that somehow the cats will poop at your garden. All right, so it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. Now, one thing you have to be very, very clear about is, see, any animals, any insects, okay, that somehow chooses your house, except for pests, okay, right, all this in a way, like especially cats and dogs, okay, that's why in Chinese they always say is that when you have 自來狗, when they have stray dogs, okay, roaming into your house itself, or they say, oh, again, you know, like older generations have to buy Toto, have to buy Magnum. Why? Because it represents wealth. Now, why is it so? Because you see, every household has an energy, and the energy, of course, it comprises from the terms of feng shui, and also the energy that emitted by the people staying at home. All right, and this energy itself, of course, has a higher, lighter frequency, or more love, we call it, or energy which is lower, denser frequency, which is more fear-based. Okay, now fear-based can curate a lot of energy relating to anger, frustration, hatred, and all these things. All right, so at that particular household itself, if you find that you have a lot of insects or animals that somehow just love your house, to go to your house to in a way try to sleep at your porch, okay, or bees trying to create like they build the beehives, okay, at your house, or even like birds in a way that tries to in a way build their nest at your home, right? It means that your house got positive energy, okay, because animals are very sensitive. They're very sensitive, okay. They will know a safe I would say haven. They will know a good place. They will know, right? They can tell energy which is good or bad. That's why you see when the tsunami is about to happen, even before it happens, you will see the signs of all this, okay, environment. Animals will start to run first, okay, right? Because they are extremely sensitive, because they don't have a mind of a human, which is so attached, okay, and distracted by everything else, right? So animals, they are very pure. They know danger when they sense danger, and they know peaceful environment or good chi when they sense good chi. So Julie Chong, if somehow you see that, okay, cats and all that, somehow they love to go to your lawn, okay, right, perhaps that, okay, your area there or your household there do have some compassionate energy, okay, because they feel safe, right? They feel that this is a place that at least they have the place to excuse themselves, let's put it that way, okay? So spiders itself, I see, if they will run out, if they actually have spiders, it's fine. But if you see outside of the house as spiders, is fine, okay? But if you see too much of spiders internal of the home, then it can also means, because you see now in Chinese there are what we call tok, okay? Tok means like the 5 poisons. Now the 5 poisons itself, right, spiders is actually one of them. So internal of the house, if you see centipede, right, okay, if you see spiders, okay, if you see the toad, especially the ones with like poisons, okay, right, examples of that, these are what we call the poisonous animals that is in a way graded onto what we call is like the more a bad omen one, okay, because this again brings back to that potential of like the hateful spite of jealousy, of pettiness, of a lot of backstabbing, okay, disharmonious things that is going on, okay, a lot of like unhappiness going on within the family itself, okay. So somehow if you find that your house like just a lot of spiders, it's like you clean it and the next thing it comes back again, it means that internally of the house itself, it holds on to a lot of all this like spite energy. Do you call it spite energy? It's like it's all this like toxic energy.
People
okay?
being spiteful.
People being
Generally,
spiteful.
yeah.
Okay, this is my English teacher, by the way. If you
No
don't know yet, what no like embrace it, darling.
Okay, some English.
Okay.
Okay, interesting. Ayaka Wong says stray rabbits, question mark. Stray rabbits.
All right.
Well, do you get stray rabbits? That's really, really rare, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it is rare, but I'm sure probably in some other countries or some other places, okay,
That's true.
it could be possible.
Yeah.
And
When
then
you live
normally
near the
because
woods,
especially
not in
rabbits,
Malaysia,
right?
maybe.
Especially rabbit. Now, unless it's an escaped rabbits from your neighbors, okay, which is not really stray in the first place, all right? Because if you look at a home, all right, we have 2 rabbits here, okay. But normally, if the rabbits go to your place, because especially rabbits, they are prey and predator, so they are the prey, okay. So these are the animals, especially their senses of safety are very, very high, okay. So they will know the areas which is safe for them, okay. They will always need to actually look for safety. So if this, okay, rabbits and all that always come to your place, right, it is a good sign, okay, because they know that the area that you're in has good energy, that they feel safe, okay, right, within that particular environment as well, okay. Right.
There are a lot of related questions to this, or comments rather, right? So in this workshop, what I would recommend is basically once the pre-course notes are sent out, right? If you have if you're new to party, if you're newish or beginnerish, right? It's a good idea to actually make sure you memorize the pre-course notes.
Actually, it's not pre-course because it have not been sent out. It is reference
notes.
Okay?
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, reference notes. Okay, Donna Poon has a question there. Okay, she said, is it true that this month those animals like a snake, rat, worm, okay, will come out in the open? Okay, people say that they see more of them often this month. Okay, now January, of course, people also relate it to Qing Ming. Okay, because this month is the month of Qing Ming, right? Okay, the sweeping of the tomb and all that. So they see more like sights of like moth and all these things as well. But traditionally, this saying, okay, is in a way, especially in the north, okay, in like countries like China, especially when they're 4 season, right? Because you have to remember that most of all this, okay, animals and also like insects and all that, they have been hibernating throughout the entire winter season. So overall, they only awaken in March, okay? Because by March, they are only awakened. And you know when you're awakened, right, okay, the process of life just takes place again, all right? So it is not so fast that they will start, in a way, really aggressively roaming around. So it takes them probably plus minus a month later that they will be at the peak of their energy. So that's why March, okay, the 24 solar calendar is called the awakening of the insects, or we call it Kingsect, okay? That is when you see that all these like animals and also the insects and all that, okay, they awaken. I mean, they are awakened from their hibernative mode, okay? And of course, because of April is also part of the Qingming, right? Okay, a lot of people likes to like bring it together because the sightings of all these things means something. You know, when you see a moth, that they say that, oh, it could be some of our ancestors coming back to visit, all right? But overall also is also because of like this timing, okay, of the year itself, because it's getting warmer, all right, especially in those like four seasonal place, it's getting warmer. It can also get pretty much like, you know, more humid and all these things, right? So the chances of all these like animals or even like insects, okay, roaming around will be higher.
Yeah.
All right.
Also because generally this period of time, the energies are so strong, right?
Yeah.
Let's say multiple portals are open, so they're also more active as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely, because you see, even full moon itself can impact on like, you know, the behaviors of the insects and spiders and all that, especially eclipse, okay? I've talked about the eclipse workshop before. Since we are into this, is it okay to jump? Okay, all right, we can jump, right? Since I talk about eclipse now, upcoming eclipse, okay, is happening. So the next upcoming workshops that we have, okay, now this is like the first time we are opening. Don't press anymore, okay, leave it here. All right, so this is like the first time I'm sharing this. I know many of you has been asking, okay, right? Since last year, you know that every new moon and full moon, okay, I've been doing a experiential workshop, okay? It is partly academic, partly meditative, okay, for us to harness into the energy, okay, of full moon, new moon, all right? But this year itself, due to my commitment of other things as well, I couldn't really bring, like, you know, my time to go fully into the full moon and new moon workshop, but I cannot miss the eclipse, all right? Because eclipses are powerful. So the eclipse season is starting, okay, end of this month, okay? So that's why the energy for this month itself is so intense, and it's getting more intensified, all right? So if you're interested, okay, this is happening now. You need to buy two parts together, okay? There's no single workshop. So you need to actually, I have not, okay, never mind, okay, leave it. All right, so finding our inner luminary in the opening of the eclipse seasons. There's part one, which is happening on the 30th of April, okay, you can bring out that. And then of course, part two, okay, which is happening on the 15th of May. Okay, so it's a new moon and a full moon. Now this is sold as a package. You need to take two of them because it's part one and part two. All right. So of course, all workshops we have replay. So for whatsoever reasons that you really cannot attend, okay, the live class, then of course you can attend the replay. But I do advise you, if you can, come for the live class. Now this is happening on the 30th of April and also 15th of May. Now if you're interested, you can scan on this QR code over here. Both workshop itself is a total of 120 ringgit. There's no single workshop. Either you attend two or you don't attend at all, okay, because it's correlated, all right? So it's 120 ringgit for both, okay? Well, some of you have experienced this before. What will happen here is like, no, we explain about the energy of this eclipse, okay? Why is it powerful? How powerful it is? How is it going to relate to you in your life? And what are the things you need to do? Awareness. It's all about bringing awareness into our life itself, okay? So with that awareness, we prepare ourselves for the energy. We bring more sensitivity to the changes of energy that's happening during this eclipse season, okay? And after that, it will always end with a sound meditative sessions, okay, where of course there are certain things that you need to prepare yourself with. You can share that, okay, preparations of the eclipse workshop as well, okay? It's all in the link. You can check it in the link, okay? You have to wear loose and comfortable clothes, okay, quiet space, okay, so that you have minimal distraction, right? A yoga mat or a bed, especially during the guided meditation. You need pens and paper to take down notes, okay? Earphones, highly recommended, especially during the sound immersion session, where we'll be using different types of tools, which I am not, okay, revealing to you yet, because just for this eclipse, okay, we have purposely flown in different tools from the Europe, okay, both in the UK and also France, okay. They are in a way like the best in the market. We have upgraded it and we have brought this, okay, tools in to prepare for this eclipse season. Okay, you need to have a stable connection. All right, and if you have crystals, you can use your crystals. These are just in a way like options. Okay, if you already have it, you can have it, but if you don't have it, you don't have to purposely buy it. But for the eclipse, please do consider getting your 7 colors flowers bath and citrus cleansing. All right, because especially before the workshop itself. Now, 7 colors bath, okay, for your cleansing of your 7 chakras, and the citrus cleansing is very important. Okay, so that will be highly recommended. Okay, and also right, rub yourself with salt and all that to energize and also clean. Okay, right, your body energetically. Essential oils, okay, and of course warm water. So this one you can read, okay, when you sign up. All right, those of you, if you followed me before, all right, so I do in a way hope, okay, that you can actually sign up for this eclipse seasons, because I cannot devote myself, okay, for the whole entire year of all full moons and new moons. But the eclipse seasons, they are important, okay, they are powerful. So I really hope that you do not miss it. Okay, so if you want to, you can actually sign up, okay, for this session.
Yeah.
All right, any more questions that we have
Yes,
to attend to?
comments on sightings of natural flora and fauna. Mimio Kwan says, mine has birds who always come and make nests, and also butterflies.
You can take up.
Like to come in as well, like yellow and white butterfly. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So come is the make nest. I mean, it means overall, you see butterflies and also the laptop. Okay, if you see butterflies and also you see it's like a lot of birds coming to make nests. Again, as I mentioned, the energy in that area is good. Okay, because all these like insects and also like animals and all that, they will know. Okay, especially the more rare one. Okay, the more rare it is, okay, the more sensitive, okay, these animals are. All right, so somehow it's like they know that, okay, which areas or which household, okay, has positive energy. Okay, so
Adeline, your sister has the same also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about
birdness.
another upcoming workshop by Kong Yu. Okay. Which is happening next.
Yes. Let's talk about that workshop. Okay, so this is happening on the 7th of May, right? So this is the Grand Centurion Portal edition of Own Your Personal Power, right? Which is a workshop which I started curating last year, right? And this year, of course, because with the theme of the Grand Centurion Portal and the portal access, shall we say, that even though, of course, it officially started in February the 18th, but we have the access to the energies pretty much for the first half of the year. Right, so that's why it's very important, alongside other portals which are available to us, including, of course, the eclipse portals, which are also portals by themselves. So it's a great time to actually revisit personal power issues, right, which is really the fundamental importance of the ingredient, shall we say, of success, right? And all of us are on that journey to some extent. I'm still on the personal power journey myself, trying to reclaim and also establish more of my own personal power.
I think everyone is.
Everyone
we
is.
are all work in progress.
That's right, yeah. And some of us, of course, are at different levels and at different areas of it, because it covers things like leadership, right? Responsibility, confidence, and so on. So, and all of us, due to our own special configuration of our party charts and everything, we are at different journeys, points of our life, and also grappling with different issues. So that's why with the opening and the establishment, rather, of the Grand Centurion Portal, I thought it was a great time to revisit. So this is going to be a revised version of my Level 1 Own Your Personal Power workshop. So it's suitable for everyone, beginners. Those of you who have taken it as well, it is something that you might want to consider, because there's going to be additional information besides some of the technical parts, which of course will need some repetition to get everybody on board.
And I personally, you see that if you really look into the histories of me really growing, okay, Soleil Trinity, and also it's like my team, which is I'm very, very grateful for, okay, now, right, the thing is, you see, I always emphasizes on 八字, okay, you see that only Feng Shui, right, okay, only this 2 years itself, last year, this year, that I started in a way pushing Feng Shui. All this while, even though I know, okay, Feng Shui is the one that can harness higher prices lah, okay? I mean, that's the fact, okay? Feng Shui is always higher prices, okay, compared to 八字, okay? And Feng Shui is, in a way, more people are interested, okay? If you ask people whether they want to attend a 八字 class or a Feng Shui class, straight away people say that Feng Shui, okay? Because to a lot of people believes that it's easier and supposed to create magic, okay? But I am very, very glad, okay, that somehow, okay, Bazi is a tool that somehow has helped to transform, okay, and in a way expedite my energy in my life, okay. So therefore, I find that every one of us, okay, if you're truly in a way, it's like someone who believes in metaphysics, okay, you know that this is a tool that can guide us, okay, that can grow us to make us better. Always start with Bazi, okay, and of course, if you can yin and yang both hand in hand, that will be the best, okay. But Bazi is definitely something that we should start off with, okay, because if not, I've seen a lot of people, right, okay, they keep on trying to activate a lot of things, but as Kong Yu has said it, if we do not have that personal power within us, we don't even own our own personal power, we don't reclaim it, right, whatever activations that we do, it just cannot fulfill. Alright, so we need to always work on ourselves first before activating feng shui to create it. I mean, now if you ask Nicole, I'm sure that she believes in it lah. Okay, so you know how hard I've been like really working on my children. I'm very harsh at my children, okay, and to me it's like, no, like all my students are also partly my children, okay. If you want to learn, you come to me. I ensure that I give you my best, okay, to guide you and to teach you, hopefully that you will transform, okay. And the same goes to Kong Yu, all right, he will do the best, okay, to help each other to transform. But the thing is, even my own children, I always say, okay, if you're unwilling to help yourself, I can't help you. I mean, so what if you're my children? Because if you're not putting in effort, okay, from within you, right, no one can actually help you, okay. But Nicole, of course, all these years itself, I mean, okay lah, got a bit of effort lah, because she's listening in, right, okay, so better don't praise so much. I'm Asian mother anyway, right, okay, all right, so a bit of effort, then you know that somehow with a lot of feng shui activations and through her Bazi, finding her strengths and all these things, okay, pushing her towards the path, okay, where you know that she will harness the most power, that's when you will see results, okay, in our life, right. So if you are interested, okay, to in a way understand where is the blockage of your personal power, right, how you can enhance more into it, then this will be the workshop for you.
Correct, because each of us are operating at different levels of empowerment, and each of us are striving for success. And where it is that the success can reach a certain level where it seems like it's not really breaking through, and if you're in a breakthrough, then the area of personal power is where you can generally look at, because the answer might just be there. Because that's where maybe there's one area that encompasses, it's part of personal power that you're not fully in power or owning fully yet. So this workshop will hopefully help you uncover that. Right, so this is happening on 7th May. It's a 3.5-hour workshop, and well, the link is there, right, on top, as well as I will also be posting in the comment section.
Is that the QR code for the workshop? Yeah. Okay, so you can scan out QR code, or you can actually click on the link, okay. All right, so this is on your personal power workshop, okay, with Kong Yu. All right, so he will be guiding you 3.5 hours to look into your Bazi, okay, to see what are the blockages and how you can unblock it, okay, to be better.
That's right.
All right. Okay, so I see that, okay, Ayaka West was asking, is there a video on the 7 flower bath? Yes, we do have, okay, right? And I think, Nicole, you need to actually find the link to that 7 flowers bath and citrus, okay, Facebook Live. We have had before, okay. So you find that link and we share to Ayaka, okay, onto a comment so that she can actually, okay, have access to it. And then Lolita Peters, okay, watching from Boston, okay, USA. Thank you for tuning in. All right, thank you so much to all of you, right, okay, of your support, okay, your love and your energy every Wednesday night, okay, that we're here, okay, because through your support here, it keeps us going, okay. It always pushes us to actually, in a way, try to explore more, okay, to find out more so that we can actually share more. All right, so so he has shared about his Personal Power Workshop, which is happening on the 7th of May, all right, 2 to 5:30 p.m. And of course, I have another one, which is also, again, it has been launched, which is happening on the 8th of May, all right, 8th of May, of your Feng Shui Code, all right. So your Feng Shui Code is, again, an introductory, so but you know lah, our introductory was never introductory, okay, all right, because we believe in going deep rather than just going on the surface level or spreading on the surface level, okay. To me, it's either you don't do something. If you want to do something, you go to the core of that thing, okay. It becomes a new code for Nicole, okay, now. All right, so if you are interested, okay, to join now, your personal feng shui code, a transition into period 9, is different from the period 9 wealth hacking secret workshop, which is happening this weekend, okay. For those of you who sign up for this weekend wealth hacking secret workshop, right, okay, that is a lot of like why the things are happening the way it is happening, why period 9 is so special out of all the 9 periods, why the 9 stars. The 9 is something that most of the practitioners has been greatly shouting about. Okay, how does it align with the cosmos? You know about the how, you know about the why. Okay, why is this happening? Okay, how to relate to it, how to find certain things. If you are saying about activation certain corners, okay, of your house to blend into the energy of period 9, why? Okay, why this corner? Okay, so we decode the secret of the Hertu and we decode the secret of the Loshu chart. That is period 9 wealth hacking workshop. Now this feng shui secret itself, okay, or feng shui code itself, okay, is relating to ourself, means our life gua number. So this one focusing more into your personal life gua, okay, and of course how to match it to your house feng shui. So here we do not talk about how, okay, I just give you, it's like an idiot proof sort of like activations and dates. Okay, there will be more dates given in this workshop compared to period 9. Period 9 itself, you understand it, so you know how to work on it yourself. Now this one is all given, this is idiot proof. Okay, so right, okay, you are just given all the dates, okay, right, the location, specific okay, locations that can match with you, to do activations and what sort of activations, okay, on a stipulated time and date. So you just follow. So here just tells you the do's and don'ts. This one not supposed to do, this one, okay, you are supposed to do. You don't understand why, because we have no time, okay, to actually explain the why. That's why the price difference is so great. And this is only like a 3 hours workshop. That is a 2 full days workshop. Alright, so this is good enough if you want to just know all the good dates. This one definitely have more dates, okay, for this year itself, whereas the period 9 wealth hacking secrets workshop itself do not have so much dates. Okay, so this one comprises of all the dates and also chi manipulations. What I need to do in order to activate my house or my office, okay, in order for me to maximize the potential that link to my personal endeavor and growth, okay, for this particular year itself. Okay, so this will be the workshop for you. Okay, bring out, okay, the details. It is 100 ringgit. All right, it's happening on the 8th of May, 2 to 5 p.m. If you have question, please ask it here. Don't ask my team. I know a lot of you send in questions and say, oh, what will be covered in the workshop? None of my team members know, okay, what will be covered in a workshop. None of them will know until the workshop itself. Okay, all right, so it's like whatever this is curated here. Now sometimes Kong Yu, of course, he has like the first glimpse of it, okay, right? Most of the time even he himself will be like, okay, whatever, just allow it to flow. All right, even my kids do not know about it. Okay, so don't ask my team what will be covered, because they will be have to forward all these things back to me, and obviously I won't be answering them, okay, because I'll be focusing into curating the workshop. Okay, so if you have a question, ask it now. Okay, this is the best time for you to actually ask the question. So this is happening on the 8th of May, okay, via Zoom 2 to 5, okay, Malaysia time, 100 ringgit. So if you have not signed up, you can sign up on the QR code over here or click on the link below. All right, so you can also check back later on the replay of this Facebook live, right? Okay, all the links, okay, everything, okay, has been shared all at once, okay, at the title of this particular Facebook live. So in case you want to look out which link or which one that you want to explore, okay, you can actually check out the title of this particular Facebook live. Yep. All right.
Yeah. So just a little bit, but get back to the Q&A.
Yeah.
The questions. So there are a lot of observations about like butterflies and all that flying in.
That's very good, because it's like they're very observant.
That's right. So Amy Wong actually has a concern that a bird nest that used to be there, right, has lately, because a strong wind, was blown down. Is it a bad omen?
No. Don't worry, okay, Amy. Don't worry that it's a bad omen, okay? So somehow itself, because it's nature, okay?
Yeah.
It's a course by nature, right? Every time it's like nature takes its course, okay? So it's all part of nature thing. So you don't have to worry, because it's not that it's like you purposely go and like destroy the nest, okay? Because that is not very good. In fact, if anyone purposely go and destroy the nest itself, it can be a bad sign. Why is it so? Because intentionally there are some intentions which is not from purest sort of like energy, not from love and compassion. It means it's really from a lot of fear, okay? All right, so Amy Wong, if it's in a way blown down by the wind itself, it doesn't really in a way matter. Don't worry, it's not a bad omen, okay? Because the sea is like, the wind won't just purposely choose to blow, okay, the nest at your home, all right? But the bird, purposely choose the energy of your home. All right, so that is one part that you have to pay attention to, because the wind itself, okay, overall, okay, it is like everything that is like, how to say, blowing out and all these things, okay, so it is by nature. Now unless you find that at home itself, right, okay, or your balcony, all the while it is like hardly any wind, but somehow, okay, right, recently or whatever, you feel that the wind is getting stronger, okay. It's not because of the seasonal winds, or monsoon or whatever, but you just sense that the wind are getting stronger. Now that could mean that somehow there are possibilities that the feng shui of the surrounding areas has been, how to say, has been destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay, now especially if you're living in a surrounding that, like example, you used to have like mountains surrounding, or table mountains, you have embrace, okay, that is supporting it, okay, your house, okay, or your community or your property. So with these mountains itself, or natural mountains, okay, or you have like certain buildings or whatever, okay, that is protecting this area that the wind cannot gush through, okay, that strongly. Right, but then somehow, okay, right, some developments has taken down mountains, or have taken down or demolished certain buildings, because there are certain countries, even in Malaysia, right, there are certain buildings itself, it will be demolished so that they can actually rebuild it again. So when these buildings or mountains, okay, or embraces has been demolished, it opens up a wind gap. It means now the wind can actually blow in, okay, and hit to the surface or the premise of your property, either your balcony or your landed property and all that. So if that's the case, okay, then yes, it could be a bad omen. The bad omen means that, okay, the feng shui has been destroyed. 破咗陣啦, all right? But only if you find that external surrounding, they are obvious sort of like a major like construction going on, or deconstruction going on, right? It only happens that way.
Yeah.
If it's not, then don't worry too much.
Then there's related to that, right?
Yeah.
Incidentally, synchronistically, right? There's a related comment here by Patty Jarity. Right? A new comment: I have extensive construction starting on the outside of my building. It's affecting the west and south surrounding my apartment. Anything I can do to protect my energy? The construction is set to last from May to November.
Okay, now overall, okay, you have to see as in how far is it first, okay, because now you see it's like the starting outside of your building, and you have to see how far it is, okay, and then you have to see that this building itself, okay, as in like, is it an all enclosed building? Sometimes you have offices and all that, it will be all enclosed, because the windows, especially for a tall building, you cannot open up the window. So whatever that's happening outside on another building itself, even though the construction is going on, right, the energy cannot really penetrate. Means that you have a safe internal environment, okay? The windows in all is like, cannot be open. But if it's a housing area, it means that all these opposite buildings are building constructions aggressively going on, is very near, and then that your house itself, okay, because house definitely you open windows, all right? So if it's a house itself, then yes, it will actually impact or affect, okay, the peacefulness or the settledness of the energy at your home, all right? Then again, then the next level is if you're practitioners, then you have to see whether the south and west, okay, externally, this area itself, especially for this year, okay, are there any good starts, okay, like coming, okay, from this particular direction? Example, the south, you have a star 9, you have activations or construction going on. It's not seriously a bad thing, all right, unless it's too near that the construction keep taking place. You have sound, sachi, okay, it's noisy, and then the energy is just so aggressive that it's not settled. So whatever that supposed to come in from the south itself, it will be distorted, okay, the energy. If that's the case, if it's too near, then it will affect all the good chi that's supposed to come in from the south. If it's not, you have a safe distance, okay, from that construction, you can see it, but imagine if that construction falls down, it won't hurt or even touch your building, then it's not an issue, all right? So of course, if you go deeper, if you're practitioners, then you have to look, is like your original flying stars at your home, okay, besides the yearly flying stars, you have to look into your nature chart, your house, okay, birth chart, to see that any activations of not so positive stars, okay, due to all these like constructions that going on. So you just have to be precautious of it. Doesn't mean be fearful of it, but just take precautions of it. Means that you know what to expect. All right, okay. But of course, if you can get, all right, if it's very unsightly, okay, all this, like, it is very, like, a lot of sharp objects and very noisy and all that. If you can put more curtain, close the window at those areas, okay, more often, all right. And then if you can plant some tall trees, okay, especially for long period lah, okay, for a few months maybe you don't have to, right? Some construction takes years, okay, to build. If that's the case, then you want to actually put up tall trees, okay, because the trees naturally absorb cheese, okay. So you have built up all palm trees, okay, or tall bamboo trees and all that, okay, as a layer of barrier to ensure that, okay, all this sachi do not penetrate into your premise. So that will be one of the things that you can do as well. All right, so I hope that answer your questions, okay. Patty, right?
Patty, yes.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So that one then brings us, okay, to the next one. Okay.
Okay.
What else that we have to share?
The
frankincense.
Our share, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Because we talk about the eclipse seasons that's coming up. Okay. The first eclipse season starts, okay, on the 30th of April. Okay. And many of you have you have this at home. Okay. How many of you had bought this frankincense? Okay. Right. The green hojari frankincense. Okay. From me, and you're using it. Do share your feedback. Okay. So far, from the people that I know, they feedback to me is they love the frankincense. Now, don't worry if your feedback is, if you feel that you cannot accept the smell, you don't feel comfortable with the scents or whatever, do send your feedback as well, because all this natural incense and all that will have a reaction with our energetic level. All right, so whatever feelings that we have, okay, it is a meaning to it. All right, so this is a set of frankincense that I have in a way been like selling, okay, since last year. And because this is something that I, in a way, put a project into to Anne and Nicole, right, my two daughters. And surprisingly, right, okay, they keep on telling me is that even now, so like the stocks are almost like finishing, okay, because we have been replenishing the stocks, okay, quite often. So many of you have been buying it, okay, regularly. All right, so thank you for doing that. Thank you for having the trust, okay, in us. Now, this frankincense itself is very good, especially during the eclipse season, okay, which is upcoming on the 30th of April and the 15th of May. If you can smudge your house with this frankincense, smoke it. All right. So of course, this frankincense itself, we don't have much stocks left. Okay. So there are a few. Okay, if my technical team, my team here is tuning in, the purple glaze, the jisa set itself, right, we only have 7 sets left, okay. So if you can actually put a mark, okay, because once it's sold by 7 sets, it's gone, okay. So you can actually in a way mark it out. Can you bring out, okay, the set thing? All right. So the purple cake, now if you already have the burner, you don't have to get it, just get the frankincense, because the burner is just for convenience sake. This is the premium edition, okay. I've just checked that we still have 10 more sets of the premium edition, which is the copper 3-legged incense burner made of copper, okay. Now the set comes with 50 gram of premium, plus minus 50 gram of premium green hojari. It means it comes in 2 jars. Every jar itself, it comes in an amber jar. Put it in a dark area, okay, right? So it comes in 2 jars itself, okay, and then 1 3-legged incense burner and 2 rows of golden charcoal tubes, okay. So this set itself is 198. We only have 10 sets. Now you cannot buy it in the link because we deactivated the link, because I have no intention to bring the incense burner anymore, because that is supposed to be for convenience sake. All right, so if you still want this, okay, you can probably comment below so that we can get in touch with you, okay, Nicole or Anne to be getting in touch with you. Or if not, Nicole, help us to share our company WhatsApp number, okay, into the comment so that you can liaise with Nicole or Anne or any agents from J Group. All right, but we only have 10 sets left. If you want it, you can buy this one.
Yep.
Right.
And
now, yes,
yes.
you can just buy the frankincense. If you have the set already, don't buy the set anymore, because you don't need so many burners, okay. You just need the frankincense, okay. Right, Ayaka West, yes, you can buy it even you're not in Malaysia. But okay, Ayaka, you're in Dubai. Don't buy from here. You know, these frankincense are from Oman, okay. It's very near to you, right? So it's like, I'm sure you'll be able to get it Oman, but do bear in mind there are so many different grades, okay. We have to really like look into the best grade. All right, so just ensure that you you just make sure, okay, that you get the good grades. So if not, probably you have to wait until November, okay, right? November, my team and I will have a short stay over in Dubai, okay. So if you can wait, then probably in November we can pass some to you lah, okay. All right. So yep, Singapore, yep, okay, if you're in Singapore also, we don't send it over, okay, but whenever, if you're interested, let us know, okay. Only frankincense, we are not bringing the set. So you have to get the burner in Singapore. I'm sure you have it, like, you know, your, where is
Any
it?
of the
Like selling feng shui
yeah,
stuff, selling
and
plain
new age-
incense, like new age
new age
places,
shops, yeah.
okay. Or if not, you don't even need the burner, okay. You just need any like metal, or you know, like sometimes they have this clay, right, sort of like small pot, you know, the latokong, right, they always used to play with that kemenyan. Even that will do, all right. So you don't even need this burner, okay. So you can use that and actually in a way to smudge, okay, your house itself. Now do it especially during this eclipse, all right. You can also buy, can I see the purple clay one?
So,
Okay.
so Amy once didn't catch the dates to use the frankincense burner. We didn't really talk about dates, but
Yeah,
just,
okay.
just mention.
Anytime you feel
Yeah.
that you need to like clear the house, you feel the energy is intense, you think that things becomes heavy, emotionally you also you feel it's like a bit unbalanced, okay. So you can use the frankincense. It's very, very good. This is a good grade that you can even consume. Consume means that you can soak in the water and drink it, all right. Now if not, at least do it during full moon and new moon. Now why I'm bringing it out here is because I want you to actually in a way smoke your house during this eclipse season, cleanse your house, okay. So of course 30th of April and 15th of May, okay, it will be the best time for you to do it. Now we have 7 more sets, okay, for this purple clay. Purple clay means that just now that one is copper burner, this is ji sa, okay. You know, like sometimes the Chinese teapot, okay, this is a purple clay, all right. So you can break the copper burner, you can't break it, okay, because copper. So this one can be broken, right. This is selling at 138, okay, per whole set. Now if you're overseas, okay, if you're in Singapore, in the future, if there's any chance that I'm going to Singapore, I can bring the frankincense for you, but not the burner because it's too heavy, all right. So you can just let us know, all right. But I do not know when I'll be going to Singapore yet, okay. So we'll let you know when we are going over, then you can bring some to you, then you can collect it wherever we are, all right. So this is 138. Or some of you, like we always just now, you just want to get the frankincense, okay. You can also get the frankincense only for 100 ringgit, means 2 jars of frankincense, okay, for only 100 ringgit. All right. So yeah, all right. So bookings and all that, please either you have to WhatsApp into our company number, okay, to Nico or Anne, right. If not, okay, contact with your J Group agents, okay. If you know any J Group agents, okay, right, they can actually help you to facilitate. They give very, very good service as far as I'm concerned now. All right. So yeah, and the last one, what else?
Okay, so this
Yeah.
they're all only available by direct contact. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to buy, if you are not based in Malaysia, okay, don't buy it online, because we are not sending over. This is self collection. Now, unless for a haircut, right, if you are in Dubai, November, we are going over just a small little amount, okay, I don't mind doing that, okay, I don't mind doing that for you, all right, but don't buy it online, okay, and you have to remind me nearer to the dates, okay, because I cannot remember all these things, okay. For Singapore, let's say for instance, okay, right, if I'm going, okay, I'll let you know, then maybe we can just bring some to you, okay, but so far we have no dates yet, all right, okay.
Speaking of dates, eclipse dates again. So that's April 30th for the partial solar eclipse, and 15th May
Yeah.
for the total lunar eclipse.
Yeah. Can I add the frankincense to sage leaves instead of the charcoal? Okay. Yes, you
Can
can,
it
but then
burn?
it will be a waste.
Yeah.
Okay. Right? Because it will be a waste itself. Because sage itself is very, very good. So I do in a way recommend you to do it separately. Okay. These charcoals are very good charcoals. Okay. So right, use the frankincense with the charcoal and use a pure frankincense to in a way cleanse the energy of your home. Right? Don't use it both together because all these are high quality things. Okay. Now no shippings to the Philippines
Yeah, I'm
yet.
so sorry,
okay?
Al.
Yeah, I'm so sorry
Yeah.
about it. Okay, so if there's any chance that who knows, you might be visiting to Malaysia or whatever, okay, one day, then maybe you can remember to get some of it. All right, so thank you so much. And of course, the final thing, this final thing we are not selling yet. Okay, you know that I have my own baby creations of all these pendants, okay, that are very, very meaningful, okay, right? And the pendants itself, now I'm very excited and I'm very happy that finally I have found a supplier to make the big ones, okay? Because many of you have gotten the small ones. That is about 1.5, okay, times 1.5 cm, okay, that is selling at 599 ringgit, but we are not selling it now because these pendants are only sold when I have a special date for blessing, okay? So right, I need to do initiations and blessings onto the pendants, okay? Then only after the date you can collect it. So those dates has not been in a way gotten. Of course, we will have it soon this year because this year is so, in a way, powerful and so special, right? Okay, but I'm just excited. I just want to share with you. I finally found, I know many of you, including Susan, okay, if Grace, okay, Roman, you're from KK, if you're listening to it, Grace has in a way reserved the big pendant way before I even found a supplier. All right, so yes, now I have found it. Now I just need a good date, okay, where I can launch, okay, the pendant, so that on that day itself I can do the blessings and also the initiations before you collect the pendant. And I honestly love the pendant in a big size form, okay, because the big one is 3 cm times 3 cm, okay. Kong Yu is wearing one now, okay, if you can see it, right? And of course, this is like one of my business partner is wearing it, okay. So it is very suitable, right? It's unisex, even if you're male. I always wear the big ones, okay? So it's like, if this is something, okay, that costs to you, wait for the launching date. We are not selling it yet because I have to look for the blessing date, because no point for me to sell this because this needs to be initiated and blessed. But I just couldn't help it to share with you because, yeah, this pendant is very, very special to me. Yeah. All right, so yeah, okay, for those of you, if you are like, in a way, right, okay, interested in the pendant, do stay tuned. Once we have gotten the date, we'll be launching the pendants itself. And this is about like 6 times, okay, bigger, or 6 times, I would say, the weight, okay, approximately 6 times the weight of the smaller ones. And of course, 6 times also is very important, okay, right? 6 is a important numbers as well.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah. So if you're thinking of getting the bigger size one, if you're a guy, well, let me share with you that the first 2 people to be so blessed to be wearing this larger size
Yes.
are both guys,
Yeah.
myself and Joston.
Yeah, so this one, of course, here you see this is Joseph now, okay? All right, and then of course Kong Yu is wearing it as
That's
well.
right.
And this particular pendant itself has a lot of meaning into it, and especially why I keep on pushing this, even though I have a few designs of other pendants, but this is the best for this year, and this is the best for period 9, okay? So when I have gotten the date for initiations and blessings, okay, then I will share a Facebook Live where I will go fully into explaining the pendant again. So all the weaving, you can see 3D design, okay, right, the 2 triangles, the 6 pointed stars, okay, and of course now why is it 6 times like no bigger or heavier compared to the smaller ones, okay, right, and then this is 3 cm and 3 cm, like 3 together, it is 6 as well. All this has meaning, okay, all of it has been curated with meanings, all right? So this one we're not selling because I do not have the date yet, all right, but I just can't wait to share with you because I really love the effect, okay, and the outcome of this pendant. All right, so basically, okay, back to the original one now. See, don't you think that tonight's session is very apt with the title? Everything, everywhere, all at once. Okay, are you confused now? Are you like, oh my god, overwhelming? Are you like, oh, what have happened for the past 1 hour? Okay, all right, so yeah, thank you so much for staying put with us, okay, over 100 of you. So if you really can help us to share this session out, okay, on your Facebook, that will be really, really, like, be appreciated, okay. Thank you for your participations as well, okay, right, in all our Facebook Live, okay, with your questions and all that, and it is our honor, okay, and also we are delighted to actually answer your questions here during the Facebook Live. All right, so any last words?
I have a session going on tomorrow, right?
Oh yeah,
on
yes,
my page.
yes,
So
yes,
please
yes.
do join me at 9 p.m. as well. We're going to talk about a theory that has come to me, right, as to how we can better understand how to surrender our ego so that we can make full use of the cleansing energies that we have, especially in April, to basically work a lot of inner gunk out, and also by doing that we'll be able to tap into the ascension energies better of 2022. So that's happening tomorrow, 9 p.m. on my page.
Yeah, okay, so tomorrow, remember, follow Kong Yu's official page, because tomorrow 9 p.m, okay, he'll be doing the Facebook Live and I'll be there sitting, enjoying the show. Right, okay. So thank you so much, okay, to all of you. All right,
Yep.
have a great evening ahead. Good night, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. All right, thank you so much for your participations, and yeah, hey, everything, everywhere, all at
All at
once.
once.
Okay, all right. So I guess a lot of people also tuning in from different parts of the world, right? Okay. Oh, Mr. Lim, finally. Okay, I see his comment. Okay, it's actually there.
It's-
Okay, all right, at the same time.
That's
All right. Okay, so thank you everyone. All right, I'll see you again probably tomorrow night. Okay, we'll see Kong Yu again tomorrow night on his Facebook Live. All right, bye bye. Good
Good night.